Welcome to Mondays with Maxy after yesterday's 42-point victory over Greater Western Sydney. And Maxy, what a fantastic four-quarter effort by the team, particularly the ability to close out the game.
Absolutely, mate. That last quarter, obviously only 17 points up at three-quarter time, so really in the balance, but boys kicked away and really dominated that last quarter. You look at all the stats, plus 12 in contested possession, plus 5 in inside 50s, and more importantly, 8 goals to 4. So really good to see the boys finish off. One really important note, I think, is we're averaging 9 goal kickers per match, which is the second most in the competition behind Hawthorn. And in 2010, that's exactly what we averaged. So,
ooh, ominous signs. And Travis Cloak finishing off that great work. He was certainly very prominent in that final term.
He was, and I guess the best thing about it was even just then, we had to turn the ball over first to get it back going the other way. So it was a pressure from the boys, and Scotty Pendlebury, still kicking.
Oh.
You're never going anywhere but straight through the middle.
And the great bit about that bit of play was all the forwards ran back to the goal square. It just allowed Pendlebury to run into the space, and what a great finish.
All working for each other really well. Good to see Broomhead playing some good football as well. He set us up in that first quarter, and Jamie Elliott, well, Travis Cloak was loving this. I mean, we do have to say that it was tough once the tools went off for Greater Western Sydney, a couple injured, so he was fighting against a smaller player, but still did the job. Absolutely.
Now, what about the young leaders really emerging in this team in 2015?
Yeah, we've spoken about Scotty Pendlebury obviously leading the club, and then you've got Nathan Brown, Goldsack, all these guys, but the next wave are really exciting. Tommy Langdon's only played 30 games, Adam Oxley only 18 games. Jared Witt's 32 games, so he's obviously pretty important. But add to those guys, Marley Williams, Taylor Adams, Frost, Elliott. The next wave of leaders is really standing up for us, and as you can see here, some big one-on-one wins for these guys. Adam Oxley come in and land a really strong tackle. So last week he was a star with the ball. Obviously had 36 touches, he was really good, but you can see he's doing it defensively as well, which is great to see.
And he's very flexible in terms of where he can play.
He can, yeah. He plays a lot on the wing, but also at half-back. And look, the important role of Jared Witts, that can't be understated, because he had 37 hit-outs, 13 to advantage. Now, Mumford did have 29 and 12 to advantage, but I really thought Witts had his measure, and obviously with Brodie Grundy getting injured at training during the week, Mumford is the #1 ruckman in the league, in my opinion. A lot of the stats prove that, so just great to see that Wittsy stood up for us.
And that leads us very nicely into our tweet of the week, and of course a great prize, a voucher, $50 voucher to the Collingwood shop, and it comes from Trappist Punk. Morning, Maxy. How do you think our young defenders' decision-making has improved this year, especially Marley Williams?
I think it's improved a lot. Marley Williams, he's had averaging 20 disposals a game, so that's a career high for him. But a lot of the guys are just starting to get to know how each other plays a lot more. So you think of the old brigade of Tuvi's still there, obviously, but Goldsack played a lot of time in the forward line, so he's back there now. But they're really supporting these younger guys coming through. And you've got Marley Williams, Langdon, Oxley, all these guys. So they're playing really good footy together, and they're getting really good relationship between each other, which helps them when they're actually using the ball.
So well done to the Trappist Punk there, winning the tweet of the week, a $50 voucher. Don't forget to hashtag your tweets MWM. One of the other stars, Maxy, was Nathan Brown. What a job he did.
He was outstanding, the big fella. Obviously, really important role on Jeremy Cameron, who can be so damaging, all Australian forward. But Brownie was sensational. He had 14 touches, went at 100%, mind you. So used the ball really well. 3 contested marks, 7 marks overall, 5 spoils, and just led the way. Just sensational play by him. And it's great to see him backing himself and taking some of these marks as well.
Yeah.
We know he's at absolute peak, and again, you always remember back to the 2010 final series where he was plucking these marks as well. So great to see Brownie in good form.
And Jeremy Cameron is an absolute superstar of the competition, which is a great scalp for him to have.
Absolutely.
He wasn't your player of the match. Who was?
Taylor Adams was. I thought Tay was sensational, obviously coming off that toe injury, so he missed 1 week, but we spoke to Taylor Adams after the match.
Well, first of all, thanks to Maxy. Yeah, really appreciate that one. Thought that today was a really good four-quarter effort by the boys. Obviously, the Giants kept coming at us, and the first half was really close. To break them apart in the second half was a really good effort, and to the boys' credit, we stuck at it and played the way we wanted to play, and we held our structures and played some really contested, tough footy, and it come off in the end. So great effort all around. Yeah, I guess playing for the midfield, it was based a lot on contested possessions and around the clearance work. But our spread out number was really important for us. We know that they're a quick side, and they moved the ball really well. So that was a really important aspect of the game, and I thought we did that quite well. Yeah, I think that the pre-season certainly we took some really big steps in our fitness and our development there, and we're starting to show that we're having really strong second halves, and it's really good going into the second half of the year. with the boys moving like that.
Yeah, he was a star, Taylor Adams. Always good to play well against your old club.
He definitely set himself for that. So he knew he had to have a rest for that toe injury at some stage, and it was always going to be the week before GWS.
Now, before we go, also want to talk about a bit of team chemistry. It's at an all-time high, I reckon.
It is, and we've got a little bit of a clip here you can have a look at. You can see Jamie Elliott just laces out Travis Cloak in that last quarter, and Trav goes back and kicks the goal. And just keep an eye on Jamie Elliott's fingers here, Chris, eh? He just reminds him, that's 3 for the quarter, mate. 3 for the quarter, Trav.
I fed you.
So good to see the boys having a good time as well.
Absolutely. Outstanding work again, mate.
Thanks, buddy.
We'll see you next week. And don't forget to stay tuned, because later this week we'll have a special bi-weekend edition of Mondays with Maxy featuring the senior coach, Nathan Buckley. Until then, go Pies.